So this is called Papu number two in the West. One is Trudeau, second is Biden, and they are all doing all these games only on for the public consumption. See, we have told Xi Jinping, don't do it, and on the back they say, good work, and send the money to my account in Switzerland. Pakistan has always been doing all these double games. Right now, they're playing the double game with their own terrorists, their own CEOs.
Namaskar, this is Sushil Singh, and you're watching Ecoless. Today, we have a very distinguished guest. He is Mr. Sumit Jain. He has a YouTube channel named as Coffee with Sumit Jain, and uh, he has a lot of diversified opinions towards relationship between India, China, China, Pakistan, India, Pakistan. So today we are going to discuss them one by one, and also we will understand from him the visit of Xi Jinping to America and what are its impact on India. Sir, welcome to our show.
Thank you,
Namaskar.
Sushilji. Thank you for calling me.
The first question is what will be the impact on India of Mr. Xi Jinping's visit to America? Because
Look,
Biden just said that I want to fix Chinese economy. So I just want to know from you.
Sushilji, the first thing we have to understand is
Uh-huh.
Biden is the most loved person as far as China is concerned because he is the one who's made China stand on their feet, especially after 2020. People feel that America is against China and Biden has done enough to break their backbone. But on the contrary, the things are completely different. I'll explain you one by one. If you see when Trump was there in 2018, when he put the special tariffs back on China, that it has to be the same formula. Whatever we are charging you, you have to charge us the same. For example, if anything was coming into China, it was being charged at 2.5% import duty in America, but China was charging 25% on American products. So the relationship started from 2.5 both sides, but beautifully that point was taken out by China and they made it 25%, and nobody noticed that. And Trump was the one, he knew, he was a businessman, he was not a politician. He knew how to, you know, s- tighten the screws of anybody. So what he did was he also removed the point in his own country. And because of that one small point removal by Trump, the Chinese economy tanked from 2018 to 2020. Now Biden comes and China also kept on talking. They did not do anything on the ground except interfering into American politics. They funded, we all know that they put a lot of billions of dollars just to make sure that
Antifa.
Trump loses. So
They
that
funded
Trump
Antifa
loses.
and BLM. Okay, okay, all right. Sorry, I'm sorry. Okay.
So they funded anti-Trump narratives in America so that Trump loses and Biden wins. Now luckily for China, Biden comes. What does he do? He removes all those restrictions, either it is TikTok or is it business restrictions, whatever was done by Trump, he removed those. Trump had also sanctioned that we will not let transfer of technologies to China. Biden removed those restrictions. That is why China could even take out their own commercial plane. And now they are in direct competition with Boeing, with Airbus. And now Chinese have their own aircrafts today only because Biden gave that technologies to them. Lastly, the semiconductor war, which was there. America was a pioneer, he was a leader in this. All those transfer of technologies, machines was done under Biden's nose and watch. And after the technologies have been transferred, then they started saying, stop the transfer of technologies to China. We do not want them to win this war. You've already transferred. And today, by China has already gone into 5 nanometers of semiconductors. People in India keep on. I've seen so many fools coming on the YouTube channel and saying, "Oh, China semiconductor, $3 trillion have been lost." Idiots! Nothing is lost. The game they have already won. They are making today the best semiconductors in the world and now exporting to the whole world also. All their new phones are 5G and the chip is manufactured in China. Who gave the technology? America. And now they're saying, don't give them. Too late. The bus has already gone. So that is why now Xi Jinping is in a more higher negotiation stage. They never go for a meeting when they are in a weaker position. That is why for the last 2 years he did not go anywhere. Now, when he knows he is in a higher position, both on the business front, on foreign relations, like he's very close to Middle East countries. He's very now the even the economy here is started becoming more stable. They've taken out the new policies. The new policy has come just last week in China, and they have announced so many things. If I start doing a separate show with you, you will be surprised. I can do a show with you for 1 hour on this. What all steps they have taken? There's so much till the last mile. Just say Modi ji, when he says, policy has to be from top to the last mile delivery. Same thing now China has started doing also. Now, because he's made the economy stable, policies have been made. Militarily, they become much more stronger. From a business point of view, they've already done whatever they wanted to do. From that higher stage, now he's going to America to negotiate with Biden. You want to come back again? Tell us. We know how to create the narratives. So China is master of creating narratives and all those things. So this is a good time for him to go there to negotiate, and he's gone to make his country even more stronger. He's going to give something to America and take something from America. Let's see what is on the table.
On the fentanyl war, I mean, I was reading about that America asked them not to send fentanyls to their country, or not to their country, but to Canada and Mexico.
Yeah.
But I was surprised on Biden's knowledge. Or maybe it's like in India we say, you can't make somebody up in the morning, somebody who's intentionally sleeping. Uh, so what's the problem is that either Biden doesn't know, because he's asking Xi Jinping to stop chemical factories or to curb them, but in reality it's Xi Jinping who's doing it. So the fentanyl
Look,
thing, do you think they will stop? China will stop that?
look, so Shilji, you have to understand this is the same thing as Canadian Papu, your Trudeau, Tidimal. He asking Indian government to cooperate with them, with their security agencies, and tell them the name of those people who have killed Nichar.
Good,
Can
good,
you
good one.
imagine that? He's saying, please give us the name of those people, cooperate, and give us the name of the killers of Nichar. And he's asking whom? He's asking Indian government to give us the secret agency people to who has done it. Same thing is with Biden also. He knows what is the problem. He knows from where it comes. He knows the factories in Mexico. He knows the cartels. He knows everything, and he doesn't want it to be stopped also. Everybody is hands in glove in this business. It is not China who is doing it. America is allowing China to do it. That is why they are able to do it. Who is opened the border of the South America in America with Mexico? Who opened the border? Who let anything come in, anybody come in? Who is letting it happen? It is Biden himself. How can he say, please stop these people from bringing all these illegal people, fentanyl or whatever, A, B, C? Biden himself is allowing and then telling others, please don't do it. It doesn't work like this. So this is called Papu number two in the West. One is Tidimal, Trudeau. Second is Biden, and they are all doing all these games only on for the public consumption. See, we have told Xi Jinping, don't do it, and on the back they say, good work, continue, and send the money to my account in Switzerland. So this is how the politicians work. It's something else on the for the consumption for the public, vote bank. On the other hand, it's all about money, how you can take money from the other person, how you can negotiate. And Biden's been sleeping with Xi Jinping for n number of years. Everybody knows it. How his son has been Hunter Biden has been taking out money on like what is he? What kind of consulting he's giving to the Chinese government? And he's taking salaries from them every month. So cannot people in America see what is happening, and and how they're being made a big fool out of it? But maybe they're as dumb as Rahul Gandhi.
So Hunter Biden's the business or the economics which he has learned, I'm also a businessman. You are also a business. Maybe we should learn it from him because wherever he goes, people start paying him money, and he says that this has nothing to do with my father as a president.
Look, we all know how this works. The only thing is, look, I always say one thing. We all know from where the money can come. It's very easy. Next bank next to your home or your office, it is loaded with money. Just go there with a gun and take the money out. Very easy. We all know it. The only thing is, are we ready to do that? So we are
Yeah.
people from an ethical world. We like to do things in an ethical way. We know illegal ways also, but we have not sold our soul to the devil. So Biden and all, maybe his son, they are the most corrupt people in the world. We know Biden's history, 50 years, what kind of things he's been doing, with whom he's been sleeping, everything is out. His son doing the same. We know his laptop story. We know his relationship with China, with Ukraine, with all the biggest notorious people and the governments in the world, and how he's been taking out money from all these people. We all know these things. The only thing is, they've sold their soul. We, being consultants, we know how to play this dirty game. The only thing is, are we ready to do it? Question is, we are not. And that is why we are on the YouTube, not in the White House.
One more question. Let me relate because a lot of times what happens, we focus on the Mexican border, but recently we have seen that the Canadian border is also sending a lot of fentanyl in America. And inside Canada, the trucking industry is controlled by our Sardars from India. And the trucking industry, which is controlled by Sardars from India, they are the people who send money for Khalistan. And Khalistan has direct link with ISI, direct links. They are supporting ISI. So what is happening is that it is all connected. That China sends fentanyl to Canada. Our truckers use them to send this to America, and somewhere Pakistan is also part of it. I mean, this Justin Trudeau guy, he stayed in Aga Khan Island for 2 weeks. If you remember, there was a big controversy which has happened. What are you doing on Aga Khan Island close to Canada? So don't you think this is all connected? I mean, somewhere this is against India.
Look, I come from Punjab, so I understand what Punjabis do. There is a craze to go to Canada, and there's a
Correct.
reason for that Canada craze. Because, and you ask anybody, what you will do when you go there? You're not educated. You've only done the agriculture work and stuff. And what is your plan? Everyone you will hear, they will never say, I'll become an IT engineer, or I'll do a course or something. Nothing at all. They always say, I would like to go and become a truck driver, because there's a lot of money in that business. Now we also understand trucking business. We understand how much money you can make, and how much hard work is behind it. Money comes from illegal activities. Look, we understand one thing: by doing a normal business or a trucking business, you cannot make money. Money comes from extracurricular activities, which is allowed from Canada to America, and all these people, they know that. Now, this thing doesn't stop only at funding the Khalistan movement. Khalistan movement is being funded from ISA from day one. We have seen that black time in Punjab, but it was crushed, completely gone, forgotten. But the roots kept alive by Trudeau family in Canada, funded by ISI. Let them grow, let the numbers increase. Now they have again started coming up. Funding, yes, some coming from the trucking business, but it is not only the trucking business. It is also from a lot of other factors. Like you see these sick people, they go there, yes, for a good life, but also free money. Free money, who doesn't like it? ISI is funding, China is funding, and they are being kept alive not only by China or Canada or by Pakistan, even by CIA. And India has openly told them, we know these people are your assets. When are you going to take care of them? And if you don't, we are what we have done in Canada, we are going to do in America also. And after that also, if you don't, we say in Punjabi, if after that also you don't become Bandeda Putar, then we know how to make you that, and we'll take you to FATF, and we'll get you sanctioned there, either blacklisted or grey listed, well, like we did it for Pakistan, that you are harboring terrorists. So this has become like a free money coming for these sick people or for these truckers. And letting those things enter into America. Who is doing it? Is Canada doing it alone? Not at all. If the south border has been opened by Biden himself, same thing is happening with the north border also. Look, this is a country. We call them CIA, FBI, the best institutes in the world, intelligence. They know that even if in right now in Iran there is a fly which is flying, they come to know. They have so
Yeah.
much of controls on information and everything, and they don't know that there are billions of dollars of fentanyl coming from Canada and Mexico. How is it possible? So it's a joke, when they speak, and the people fall into those games that oh, China is doing it. Not at all. You all are part of the loot. And right now, what is happening? America, 52% of the people, the youngsters, are on drugs.
Yeah.
52% of the population. So, what is China doing? China is just making fun of them. Why? You are destroying a generation so that tomorrow, if there is ever a war, you don't have a soldier in your country to fight for it. And that's exactly what is happening in America. So the you can say the best business people have always been Indians. They're making money both sides. They're making money from Canada, they're making money from ISI, they're making money from China, they're making money from America also. They are having the last laugh.
So what about? Let me ask you another question. Who is killing India's wanted terrorists in Pakistan? This has been the biggest question on discussion so far on social media. Who is this people? Who are the people who are killing these guys? Like a day before yesterday, somebody was killed.
Hmm. Oh, don't tell me day before yesterday somebody was killed. Every hour somebody is getting killed. So let's take it that way. Um, Look, I can answer you in two ways. I am a stanch Sanatani. I'm a Bharatiya, and I believe that in Sanatan we have a saying that karma comes back in the same and the opposite way. What you do to somebody that thing will happen with you also. So when you say that unknown people came, they couldn't even track them or record them in some kind of a video, no audios, no intelligence. Even though ISI is number one in the world, they did not know, and they have not come to know who these unknown people are. Cannot capture them. How is it possible? That means Sanatan is the truth. Anyways, this is my belief. Sanatan is the ultimate truth. And we say unknown forces. Sanatan is unknown forces only. So it is happening from a spiritual power, which is happening. It comes, does its work, and goes away. This is on a Sanatan front. On the actual other front, from a physical world. So told you from the metaphysical. Now let's come to the physical world. You'll remember 9 months, Pakistan could not get a loan from IMF.
Yeah.
They said we have done everything. Only one condition is left, and IMF says sign it, and we will give money to you. For 9 months, they kept on crying. The baby was crying in their stomach, but was not coming out. I think the population of Pakistan in that 9 months increased by about 1 crore people, but they couldn't get $1 billion of loan from IMF. Just 2 days before the deadline, Shabazz Sharif goes to IMF, signs everything, crying that the condition we did not want to sign, but we were forced to sign it, otherwise, our country could have become bankrupt. If you remember, you now join all the dots. What is that one condition which was disturbing them? The condition was set your house right. You have to eliminate these terrorists, and they did not want to kill their own CEOs, whom they have groomed for the last 30, 40 years. But
Yeah.
now, only to save their country, they've given in writing, we will eliminate, and maybe there's a amount on it that so many you kill 1 billion, so many more 1 million more. So this is what is happening, that every day you hear, because they are short of money, they need to run a country of 25 crore jihadis. It's not easy to handle that kind of numbers. So you can understand from where all this is coming. Now just imagine one or two people getting killed in a country, we understand. But every day some new CEO, some assistant of CEO is getting killed, and your number
Vice
one
president.
ISI doesn't, your number one ISI in the world doesn't even know who is doing it. Is it possible? Not possible. That shows they are also part of this. They have to do it to set their house right, only to get money. And Pakistan's history is like that only. If you see the 20 years of war on terror, what were they doing? They were taking billions of dollars from America, killing their own people, and showing that these are Taliban people. And Taliban, they were giving the information to the actual Talibans that this is where they are going to attack, move away from there. So they were protecting Taliban, killing their own Balochis and the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa the people, and protecting Taliban and taking billions of dollars for that. So Pakistan has always been doing all these double games. Right now, they're playing the double game with their own terrorists, their own CEOs.
Sir, one more thing. Imran Khan, your favorite guy, Imran Khan. Do you think he would survive the jail time? Because a lot of people are saying that he's been given slow poison. A lot of people are saying that he might be hanged. What do you think? What will happen to Mr. Imran Khan?
See, he's the biggest asset for India. I really love him, the way he destroyed his country. And we don't need to even strengthen our army because we have Imran Khan in that country. And now coming back to Imran Khan is a good person when it comes to creating a narrative around him, as if it was like Imran Khan was Pakistan. He was very similar to India is Indira, Indira is India. So
Yeah.
Imran Khan tried to create that image for himself. I'm the next Khalifa of this country, of the Muslim world, and I am the next Nabi. Even though it is written that there is only one Nabi, but he was trying to show himself like that. Now, what happens? He is the master saying, "Oh, they are giving me poison. They're going to kill me because I am standing for you. I'm standing for your hukuk. So that is why they want me to be killed, because I'm asking for human rights for every human of this country." So that is where his narratives sells beautifully with his people. As far as the on a political front, I'm sure the army will never like to kill him. He is a useful asset to be used at the right time. So whenever they will feel that Bilawal Bhutto is going out of control, or maybe Nawaz Sharif is going out of control, they take him out. The, the ease at which they put them behind the bars, the same ease they take them out also. Like you see, Nawaz Sharif, he was disqualified on what? On absolutely zero charges. There was nothing behind it. And now they've brought him, make him it's like nothing's happened. He's campaigning now after 4 years, and I don't know how their this banana country and their courts work. Absolutely no idea. And it's literally a joke. And now the way they put Imran Khan behind bars, same way he'll come out whenever he's required. They will never kill anybody. That Bhutto's time is gone, when they could have just hanged somebody, whomever they want to. Those times, I don't think so. It will happen now that they'll kill Imran Khan. They don't want the same things to happen as it happened on May 9th. So he's going to be a good asset. And also, it's a good point to scare other people. If you don't listen to the army guy, then we are taking out Imran Khan. That enough is to kill anybody. So Imran Khan is that kind of a dangerous person. Everybody is scared, including the army chief. But it's a good person to be used at the right time. So they're not going to kill him. They're going to keep on using him as a asset, and wherever need be, they'll take him out.
Sir, one thing that uh, on the I was reading and doing a comparative study that on the Gaza Strip, the way people are leaving Gaza, right? And
Mhm.
the Muslim world is crying day and night. However, Afghanis 1.9, same number of people are both the sides, right? 1.9 million Afghanis are kicked out in the severe winter from Pakistan. None of the European media is reporting that, and none of the Muslims are crying about it. What do you have to say on this matter?
The Muslim world has always been a, I use a word from Hindi called dogla. They've always been a double faced people. If you are so much worried and so much concerned for the Palestine people, I would not say Palestine people, because West Bank and Gaza people are completely different. But if you're so much worried for Gaza, why not Uyghur Muslims? Have you ever spoken about anything about Uyghur Muslims in China? Not at all. Not a single word comes out. And 2 months back, the Arab League came to China, went to Uyghurs, and They said nothing is wrong here. They are living very happily with China. And we have gone, we have met people also. They said we are very happy here, and nobody is doing anything against us. I said, wow, this is a news. So this is the same Arab world who talks about, and their mouth was, you know, it was as if it was sealed. You know, in Hindi we speak, we use a word called mouth was full of dahi. They couldn't speak because it was so much full. So it was literally something like that. Why? Because China, they announced billions of dollars of investments in the Arab world. Maybe it was Saudi Arabia, it was UAE, it was Qatar, it might be anywhere. And only seeing those dollars, they kept their mouth shut. Now, as far as Hamas is concerned, why Hamas is so important and not Afghanistan anymore? Reason is people have moved away. The West, especially after US moved out from Afghanistan, there is no money coming in there. Nobody's funding those things, so nobody's bothered. When Afghanistan was getting free money every month, every day on the name of Afghan war, everybody was interested in the, in safeguarding the interest of the Afghani poor people. Now because there is no money, Afghanistan has become rich overnight. They do not see those poor Afghanis anymore. Now
Yep.
the new poor is Gaza. It is those Hamas people. They are the poor people, trying to defend themselves. So this is a new terminology, because that terminology for 20 years sold. Now it is not getting sold. Nobody's bothered. Now they want to collect money on the name of Gaza, and money is being collected. It's being funded. And who's making money? All this Muslim world is making money out of it. So this is all about being, it's all about money. From wherever they get money, they're always interested in that game. Others, they just want to, brush it under their carpet as if nothing's happening here. Imagine if India starts pushing the Bangladeshis illegally living here, Rohingyas living in India, you will see a huge UN cry, especially from all these countries, including China, that what you are doing is wrong. But when it comes to Uyghurs, nobody speaks. When it comes to Afghanis right now, nobody even bothers. This is the double face. It's been happening for 1400 years.
But my question is different. My question is that who has stopped the Indian media to make a hue and cry? Because we know that we don't have that kind of global presence, but we still have some presence, right? I don't see the Indian media questioning the Uyghurs the way they're supposed to. Indian media is not questioning the Afghanis thrown out of their homes. Indian media and Indian politics is more about the domestic consumption. Why is that?
No, no, no. I'd like to disagree on that. We have very big left wing journalists who are known to create a lot of rubbish in our country, even though the rubbish has left the country and gone to some other US or Canada or some kind of a Western world, who was creating rubbish
Rubbish
in our
means
country.
Ravish Kumar, right?
No, rubbish means who were creating rubbish in our country for a long time. So I don't know whose name you're taking. I have
No,
absolutely no
the
idea.
rubbish is like matching with rubbish, right? That's what I should.
I
This is the
don't.
same.
You might know it, Sushilji. You might be into journalism for a long time. I'm not a journalist. I'm a consultant kind of a guy. So I speak in that language which I understand. So all these people, they are known to create rubbish in our country. If it's something happening against one Muslim in our country, they all start speaking against it. That, oh, what you're doing is wrong. A live example was CAA. When we were giving citizenship to all those minority people who have come to India, they want citizenship. They are the ones who started speaking against it. Why not Muslims of that country? Muslim people living in Muslim world are now asking to come to India. Doesn't make any sense. But these are the people who have a habit of creating a narrative and then spinning around it. That is the reason they will never speak against the Uyghurs, because China funds them. We have seen in NewsClick how
Yeah.
China is funding these people, and these shameless people living in India, speaking against India and against each and everything Modi ji is doing for our country. And these shameless people always say China is so great. Chinese communism is so great. Their industries are so great. Same language which even Rahul Gandhi he uses in his talks. That look at the manufacturing of China. We are nowhere near. That guy who's this idiot whose families ruled this country for 75 years, and he's telling us that our manufacturing base is not good because Modi has not done anything for our country. Same narratives, because that guy is not educated, he doesn't understand anything. He's a 52 years, but his brain is like 5.2 years. So the dot which China took out, they put it in his age. So he's like 5.2 years of brain, and he speaks those things whatever is told to him to speak. Same is with his left liberandos. Whatever is told to them, they don't even study, they just keep on speaking the same language. And what they have been told not to speak, they will never ever dare, because for speaking they get money. You and me, who are nationalist people, we don't get money to be a nationalist. Nationalism comes from heart, not from
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
Those people, you get money always to speak against your country. And these traitors, they know how to make money. That is why they live in big bungalows in Panchsheel worth 200 crore rupees. You and me cannot even dream about it. Why? Because we are nationalists. We would like to live it that way.
I know about that bungalow, by the way. Okay, so but let me criticize Narendra Modi ji as well. Okay, so China's last 2022 import to India was 125 billion, and a lot of that money could also be utilized to occupy Arunachal. So where are we standing on that? And if you look at the first quarter of 2023, because that's the report which is available, we still see increase in numbers on the import from China. Where do we see that Narendra Modi is going to cut that down?
Okay. Now, Sushilji, you have to understand one thing. Let me ask you a simple question. Is India rising in real
Yes,
terms, or we are
yes,
not rising? So
yes,
when we are rising, that means what are we doing? We are increasing our GDP day by day. When your GDP is increasing, so whatever you were importing before, that is also going to increase many folds. So in the last 10 years, when we do a comparison, now the comparison is not from 1947 till now what has happened. The comparison now is only one, before 2014 and after 2014. That is a benchmark which has been created by Mr. Modi. Now, in last 10 years, every year we are rising 8%, 9%, 6%. These are the numbers we are seeing consistently. So that means the economy from 1 trillion, 1.5 trillion, we've already gone to about approximately 3.7, $3.8 trillion. It's already gone double. So when your economy is doubled, then your import bill is also going to be doubled. Now, on which country we were having the maximum number of dependence on our imports? It was China. Reason being, there was some 5.2-year-old brain guy who went to China in 2008, does a shameless agreement with Chinese that we will open the Indian market, zero duty on your products. Please come and kill our businesses. Who did the agreement? That shameless 5.2-year-old brain guy. Now what happens? All that influx of material starts coming into India, and we've seen that is where the import bill started increasing. Now in international market, when you do an agreement, you cannot say, oh, some idiot from our country came, he did an agreement, we don't stand with it. So what do you do? Slowly you start transferring those industries into your country. So we are hitting their main industries. So we like supposing medicines, we are number one manufacturer in the world for medicines. But from where does the chemicals come? They all come from China. Now, in the last 2 or 3 years, you'll see we have our schemes where PLI schemes have come with the manufacturing of the chemicals have started happening in India. Now, the dependence on China for chemicals has reduced. I'm not saying it is zero, it is reduced. We have three big clusters in India where now we are planning the next 2 years 100% chemicals will start getting manufactured from India in India for the world. So it takes time, but we have given a huge dent to China as far as chemicals are concerned. Now we have started going into targeted industries. You've seen the laptops, mobiles. We already transferred those technologies into India. People have started manufacturing. But are we manufacturing mobiles right now in India? The answer is no. Why? Because the parts are coming from China even today. We are doing assembly, and in manufacturing or in businesses, this is exactly what happens. You first start getting
exactly.
those mobiles into your
Yeah,
country. You make the packaging only, and you fill that product into your packaging and you start selling. Then you start making the case outside, then the screen, then some other parts, some chips. So all those industries are coming. It will take 2 or 3 years, and that is why the import bill is increasing. What is the number one things we are importing from China? It is machinery, heavy machinery. Number two, what is it? It is mobiles, electronics. We are importing from them. But we are importing, but we all along with it, we also have started setting up those industries in India, and we are going backwards. Packaging, now we make here. The inner fillings we are making. The booklets we are printing. The casing we've started doing it. Semiconductor already we are planning to have the semiconductors in India. 5G, 6G we already have. This is how backwards you go. And now the mother base, the motherboard is left to be manufactured in India. Mobiles coming from India, made by India, made for the world. It takes time. These ecosystems take 5, 6 years to get developed into a country. Apple, they've announced that they would like to start manufacturing in India. But how much time will it take? 10 years. They've already announced we want to bring India at a level of 50% mobile phone manufacturing for Apple, but it will take 10 years. Why? Because shifting this huge base takes time. So people don't understand that why this is increasing. It is increasing because Bharat is increasing. So your import bill is bound to increase. How many mobile phones we used to have 10 years back and today? Every person has at least two mobiles. This is the kind
Yeah,
of penetration Modi ji has created. How many mobile connections we have right now? It is more. First time in the history of Bharat, we have more mobile phones than the landlines. How many people have landlines anymore? I think everybody has got it connected, disconnected. So this is the when your economy is rising, people are rising, your middle class is rising, your import bills are bound to increase. But are we doing something to stop it? Then the answer is a huge yes. Ask me, I stay in China. They are begging for business right now. Why? Because one by one we are closing the imports which was happening, but we cannot stop the import of these raw materials which we are getting, or the parts which we are getting from them into India. We cannot stop them because we are dependent. The day our businessmen, they start taking action, start putting those factories in India, which is make in India, you know vocal for local, that is the time when this import bill will start coming down. Till that time it will increase. Nobody can stop it.
so one more criticism about the government, okay, because you said that you support the government, and even I support it, but I criticize it as well. My
I
question
criticize
is
also
that
wherever Modi ji is wrong. I am
uh
not a Modi fan. I am a country fan. मैं पहले बोला है. I am a Sanatani who loves this country. If Modi is doing something wrong, I will speak against it. If he has given 80 crore people free ration for the next 5 years, I was the first one and the only one who's criticized that policy. Who the hell are you to give 20 lakh crore rupees of freebies to 80 crore people? And for what?
thank God,
why
thank God.
why should I, as an income tax payee, why should I fund your political motives and pay for that 80 crore people free ration for the next 5 years? And this policy is never going to be stopped. It was supposed to be only for COVID times. COVID's gone. The policy should have gone. Why do you want to give it? So I'm not a Modi fan. I'm a fan of his work. But if he's wrong, I'll speak against it. That also.
Today I was talking on my podcast. One of the Gram Pradhan came and he answered this question very smartly. He said that before 2014 or before this free ration scheme started, this guy was telling me, do you remember when they used to report that there's a lot of grain which is being rotting inside the government buildings? He said, after Modi started giving it for free, do you hear those news? I said, no, I don't. So that means, he said, that means instead of rotting the food, because the government officers used to make sure that the food rots so they can sell it to the beer manufacturers, to the liquor manufacturers, and make money on top of it. So he said that instead of that, Modi ji is giving to free of cost to people. It's good. That was his perspective.
No, no, I've heard that. I've also done a podcast with somebody and they also said the same thing. Then my answer is, if that is the case, why not sell it to outside countries and make money out of it?
True. I agree.
Very simple. Why do you just want, if this is the concern for you that it's going to be rotten and that it's going to for the liquor companies, just sell it off. When Ukraine is under war, the wheat cannot come out of it. You have abundance of it. Just sell it off. Make some money out of it. Why just to give up free and you know make people get habitual, a new sanskar of getting free food? Why do you want to do that? Why not make these people, make them, efficient to make money, or make, earn their food themselves? Why make them go into that line of getting something free? And after 5 years, you think they will be very happy when this policy is gone? We Reservation was there for 10 years. You
10
couldn't
years.
finish it in 75 years. And in 75 years, from 10%, you have gone to 75% now of reservations. And the next 2 3 years, it is going to go to 100%. Then what do people like us do? That means we will be forced to take the gun to get a job. It doesn't work. So you are giving a wrong president to this country on some superficial thing, that this is getting rotten. Better to give it free. Oh, boy, sell it, sell it. Afghanistan will pay you. Maybe in some other thing, give them wheat free of cost. They'll help you in eliminating your enemies. Who knows?
Yeah, 26 to 30 billion dollars of food every year is given free of cost. That money can be
Yes.
utilized for startups. That money, I mean, they
Oh,
can
yes.
reduce
You can
GST.
use. You can use it for anything. You can use it for starting your own Indian YouTube platform. Why not?
Thank God. I mean, our views are matching so much, because I was thinking that why does the current prime minister is there and promoting, rather literally promoting the platforms of America? Why is he doing that instead of
Yeah.
pushing our own people to create something like this?
Look, as far as Modi is concerned, I know that he keeps on telling people that this is India's moment. Let's come together. Let's create something of our own. Like, I've seen their initiatives in which the railway security systems is made in India. It's not imported from some other country. We have our own Navig system now. Now we are saying it is compulsory to put it there. We have our own operating system now, both for mobiles and for laptops also. The question is, can government, or is it the government's responsibility to create all these things? Are these technologies or these platforms being created by the American government, or is it by individuals who, some entrepreneurs who've taken out an idea and created these platforms? And who is doing it? The development is done generally by Indian IT guys. If they can go there and do it, why not in India? And if they are looking for funding, the funding is available. The only thing is who will take the initiative. The problem with the Indians is we are always very happy working for somebody, taking the risk, and we get our salary, which is safe, and and creations do not happen like that. In America, out of 100 startups, 99 go bust. But that one idea which start working, that is where revolution comes. And but Indians like to play safe. Maybe this is what Sanatan teaches us, and that is why we don't take the
Unfortunately,
initiative of
yes.
creating something of our own.
It's the
And that is the
parents
problem.
which keep it's our parents which keep telling us few things. Okay, one is that they tell us that, okay, get a good job. Second, get married and get settled. And settled definition is that get one car and one flat and produce two babies, one boy and one girl. Do not
Yes.
stop outside if somebody is getting killed or some girl is getting raped. This has nothing to do with you. Come home faster. This
Mm.
teaching has put Hindus, especially at this place where we are right now. These teachings.
I fully agree with you, and this is why we are not creators. We are creators for other people, but not for ourselves. And Modi ji is very clear. You bring an idea. How much money you need? You need capital? We'll give you. You need loan? We'll give you. Even if you have an idea, you cannot do it. We'll give you 1 crore rupees for your idea, and we'll give you professors. I am working very closely with the government of India. You have an idea, you come, you go to IITs, you go to IIMs. Funding is available free of cost to them. The vetting of your idea will be done by the IIM or IIT, your professors. And once they say yes, this is workable, funding is available. You need private equity available. You tell us what you need. The only thing is you should be working with us. And but problem is who comes and bells the cat. That's the only issue.
Okay, all right. I mean, you told me, then maybe, we have some people who have some ideas.
Yeah, I can tell you where to go, where to knock. I work
Okay,
very closely with the government.
okay,
I'm well known. Well, I have a lot of connections. I do a lot of these things for a lot of people. I've brought Chinese to India, bringing their ideas, and their ideas being vetted. And once they found, the capital is available. Money is not a problem in India anymore. If we can spend 100 lakh crore rupees on infrastructure from our own pocket,
Yeah.
you can imagine how much money is there in this country. If we can collect 2 lakh crores approximately of GST a month, you can imagine how much money this country has. The only thing is, for the first time, we are seeing money not going into one family's pockets. It is
Yeah.
going to the government, and the government has the money now to spend endlessly, effortlessly, without taking loans. And this is what is happening. So, if you have ideas which can take India forward, not India, India cannot take us forward. If you want to take Bharat forward, come forward. The schemes are there, money is there, and you do not have to pay a single penny. I'm telling you from my own personal experience. You do not have to pay a single penny to anybody. It is so effortless. You can get money anywhere and any amount.
You criticize China and you're sitting in China. How do you do that? Are you not scared that these communists might come behind you?
I've been living here for 12 years. I've had police come to my house every 2, 3 months. And last month also, police was here in my house. They came to my office also because
For what?
some idiot, some idiot from India, he informed the Chinese government, Chinese embassy in India, that this guy comes on YouTube, he criticized China. So please go and verify. He's a traitor living in your country from India. So they came, they
So who
checked.
was that traitor of India? Because that guy was traitor of India as well, right?
Of course, of course. So this is an idiot who comes on YouTube very very often, and he the only thing he speaks is that China is going bust, and bus agle mahine, you'll see that China is broken into 10 pieces. Their $10 trillion is lost, and this country is going into shit. So this guy is like, for the last 3 years we've been happening there, listening the same things. It's like a CD stuck. In the old times you used to have a CD, it gets stuck. So
Cassette.
this guy's CD
Cassette.
is stuck. So what to do now? I'm living in China. I show them the facts. This is what is happening. Tesla is not banned. iPhone is not banned. He says, people are eating plastic food. Tesla is banned. iPhone is banned. I had a workshop of 1,500 business people, and 99% people had iPhone with them, and I showed it on my video. Now these ideas of theirs, these fantasies which they create on YouTube, people, they go, wow. But when they see the reality, they say, oh my god, we've been made a fool for the last 3 years. So that is the reason why they want me to go in behind bars, and the counter narrative shouldn't come out. So their sensations are now getting killed. That is why,
Yeah.
what do? They report to the Chinese government. They come, they see everything is okay, they went away. Now, as far as criticism is concerned, I've been talking to you for 47 minutes. Did I ever criticize anybody? What is there in the public domain? I speak about that. If China is going down as far as industry is concerned, or they were not doing well, I was speaking about it. But right now, their policies have come where they have announced such revolutionary policies I've never seen ever in India or any other country also. So, and my idea is that if these policies are really implemented the way they are, then China cannot go down at least for the next 10 years. They will pull themselves up, and they know how to play the cards very well. Look, it's not a democracy. In democracy, you have to take the permission from Lok
Yeah.
Sabha, Rajya Sabha. You have to, like, you clean the asses of so many people. Here, they announced, same night is what it was implemented. That is so simple. So that is why things happen quickly, and that is why I can see some light now. Even for the last 6 months, I was saying things are dark, it will take time. I'm waiting for the policy to come. I was saying that again and again. I knew that policy is coming. They are manufacturing, they are talking to people. I've seen big business people who were working with us. They were going there giving suggestions to the government, and government listens. And after that, a framework has come out, and now the policy is implemented. You will see, it will take 1 year, 2 years for the policy to take effect. It's such a big country. They are the second largest economy in the world. It takes time. So they were going full direction, in exports and manufacturing. Now they're changing the direction completely. They're going on into same policies as Mr. Modi. They're going into Atmanirbhar China. They're
Hmm.
going for vocal for local, again, Modi's policies. They're going for Sanatan economics, which is promote religion more, promote
Seriously,
festivals more. They have
seriously.
started doing it, wherein they are promoting, they are not promoting religion, they're promoting festivals. So we have very small festivals, like we have a boat festival, or we have, the moon festival. There's like they have their own culture. They're promoting that in full force, that this is where the money can churn, because they've been studying now the Indian market. India churns $300 billion only in 5 festivals. $300 billion plus the tourism, the religious tourism which we have, like these corridors are coming. So there's a huge amount of money. So now China understands, that's why all those temples which they had destroyed in the revolution, they are rebuilding them again now. So the people, the tourism starts. They said, why do you want to go anywhere? Yeah, you have so many beautiful places. And the tourism places which they have created now here, it is mind blowing. People love to go there. Money started getting churned up. So whatever Modi is doing, I think Xi Jinping is watching it very closely, and he started doing that. Even the handicrafts, like India is now saying, become vocal for local for the poor people. Same policy being implemented in China also. These handicraft people, these village people. Now you'll find that if my wife, she's working for a bank, and in the bank they start buying the agriculture produce from the farmers directly, pack them, and start selling it to their customers in the bank. Then look, we want to support this village. They are producing apples. So we have bought 100,000 boxes, and we would like to give to everybody. This is the price, and people buy. So what is happening is, like, the same policy which Modi was trying to implement in the farm laws, they've implemented already. The same thing. The corporates are entering into it, buying directly from the farmers. Middleman is gone, and everybody benefits. So they have, literally, I can see the reflection of the Chinese policies, learning from India and implementing. The only thing is, in India, it takes n number of years. China implements overnight.
Okay, one more thing, because it's already been 50 minutes, so I would not take much of your time. I was studying the fate of a city called as Detroit in Michigan, America. Right? It's a city which popped up close to 70, 80 years ago, maybe 100 years ago, reached its peak and now going down, and maybe will be off the map maybe in next 50 years. And then we'll compare it with a city of Banaras, right? Which has been there. A lot of people say 2,500, a lot of people say 5,000 years old. So, do you think the moment you remove religiosity, the moment you remove spirituality from a city and you make it completely for machines, its death is fixed? It will die over a period of time. Do you agree with that kind of
Um,
idea?
okay. So, Chilji, I always say one thing, that there is something called roots. When you're connected with your roots, then it keeps on growing. When you disconnect from your roots, then it has to die its natural death. So, what are the roots? Now, some people may say, my roots are religion. Some people say, I don't believe into it. My roots are my business, my work. For some people, work is God. A lot of people say that. So for me, it doesn't matter whether you are following a religion, or you're following your work, or you're following yourself. It doesn't matter. But if that is your root, you have to follow it. So we have seen China, they are growing. They've grown for the last 30, 40 years. There is no religion. G word is banned here. So that's why we have no Google, no Gmail, and no God. So, and same way, like India has a problem with C. China, Canada, Congress, and you can say that.
Communist.
So and communist also, yes. So it's the same thing. China is against G, India is against C right now. So, but the point is, are you connected with your roots? What were the roots? Chinese have always been a money making country. They know how to do business. Their Silk Route was all over the world, and they were pioneers into these things also. Like India also was, the golden bird and stuff like that. We hear that Sanatan was having 50, 60% of the world's trade at one point of time. Chinese also doing the same. Now, This is their roots. So what they did, they went back to their roots. Buddhism is not their roots. Their roots have always been business, trade. So they went back to their roots, and that is why they made money. When they entered from business, they entered into religion. That is where they came down. So my take on this is, you should know what your roots are. Once you know that and you get connected, either it is business or work or it is God, whatever you follow, then stick with it. You will never fall down. And I'm a consultant. I always go, I talk to people. People ask me this question many times, that do you think hard work is important, or you think being religious and connecting with God is important? What brings more success? People ask this question. It's a very common question here also. And I always say, what makes sense to you? If your purpose is to make money, let's just make money, man. Why do you want to go to God and just back there, give like 10 rupees there and say, please give me 100 back? It doesn't make sense. So if you want to make money, go and make money. And problem is, people do not know how to make money. I always say making money is the easiest thing in the world. The only thing is, we never taught. We only taught how to do hard work. Hard work, to even donkey is doing, but doesn't make money out of it. So money making, all the people who making money, they make it smart way. They never do the hard way. But what our parents are telling us, hard work, you have to work hard, then you can make money, you can have a good life. It doesn't work like that. It's the opposite way. So the point is, what is your roots? Please follow your roots, and then nothing can come down. Not a country, not a city, not your society, and not even yourself.
Okay, amazing. So we started discussing from America, then we end up on spirituality. I find no other end better for this interview on spirituality. It was fun talking to you, Sumit Bhai. Thank you very much for coming to our show, and we'll
Sushilji,
meet you soon.
no, it was fun. This is the first time I'm meeting you, but I can see you have a lot of varied kind of viewpoint and a lot of points. It's always fun for me talking to intellectual people, and for me also it was fun. So thank you.
Hi there. If you liked the video, please don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and activate the bell icon so that you receive all notifications whenever we upload a new video. Thanks for watching.